The first time I saw this guy, I thought he was a high school graduate. I later realized that he graduated from university 2 years before I did. At first glance, I got the impression that he was a teenager, but it turns out, at the very least, he is in his 30s. If any of the things I've said so far surprises you, get ready for the real shocker. Because this gentleman wrote more than 500 songs before recording his first hit song.
You can see 500 plus.
If you still don't know him, this is Safo Newman, a gentleman who produced a song called Akokoa, which turned the internet upside down in Ghana. This song, in weeks after being released, recorded 1 million streams
on Boomplay and Audiomack.
This song made such a huge impression on somebody like Akokoa, who is regarded as one of Ghana's best musicians of all time. Akokoa jumped on this song not only to tweet about it, to call it a song that won his love 1000%, jumped on a dance challenge by Safo Newman, and many other wins. This song got Safo Newman dozens of media mentions, media interviews, and all. So, what are the remarkable pillars in the story of Safo Newman, and what life lessons can we pick from them? Lesson number 1. Safo Newman grew up in a small town in the Ashanti region of Ghana. Like many young people in Africa and Ghana, he had a passion and he found it very early in life. He knew what he wanted to do, but he had to pursue something that will make him eat and have roof over his head. Because of that, he went to school to study, progressed, and went on to university where he studied building technology. Building technology is miles away from what he wanted to do with his passion and talent. After building technology, at the time of the release of Akokoa, the song that made him gain so much recognition, he was a teacher at Cosmos Basic School in Accra. Guess what he teaches? Career technology, miles away from what he studied in school. But this is where it gets interesting. Safo Newman never gave up on what he was here to do, what he believed his passion was, and what gift he believes that he is supposed to impart in the world. He kept writing songs upon songs upon songs. And this is why we are where we are today. What can you learn from this? Never let the pursuit of livelihood replace your passion or your gift. Fair enough, you need to do something to earn a living. But whatever you believe you are here to do, keep at it. Keep going for it. Because one day it will bear fruit. But if you allow it to be replaced by your pursuit for livelihood, then that is where it ends. And in many cases, you develop unhappiness because you end up in a field you believe you are not supposed to be, and you get drained by it because you are not living the life you believe you are here to live. So by all means, pursue your passion. Even if you have to add something else in order to gain livelihood, add it, but don't let it replace it. This is the lesson. Sooner or later, your passion will bear fruit. Your gift will bring you before kings, as it promises. Lesson number 2. Because Safo Newman has written so many songs, hundreds in fact, he has perfected the art of songwriting. In fact, when you hear him talk about his journey as a songwriter, it sounds like somebody who has already won the Grammys.
Training people do it easy, so pretty more interesting song easy. Okay. But sometimes training
and I tell you, it is because he is such an expert in that field that his song Akokoa has been able to resonate with so many people, including somebody who has won the BET before. Because the lyrics of the song, the rhyme, the metaphors, the wisdom, the moral of the story, everything is so on point. And no wonder somebody like Akokoa calls it something that has won his heart 1000%. And it is because Safo Newman was behind closed doors, but working hard to perfect his skill. What can you learn from this? Many times we say that we are growing only when whatever we are pursuing starts giving us the attention we think we deserve, the money we think we deserve, and the influence we believe it should give us. But growth is not in the attention that you get. Growth is in increasing in what you do, developing the skill, grooming yourself to do it better, being better than who you were yesterday. When you do that for a long period of time, you will grow. If you make the mistake of only waiting to feel that you have grown and stopping work on your skill, until you think you are seeing results that show growth, you will one day get an opportunity to shine to the maximum and you will be unprepared for it because you didn't spend time growing in silence. But if you know this and you know that growth is growth, regardless of whether it's giving you the results yet or not, you will perfect your skill, be an expert in it. And the day that you get the opportunity to shine, you will radiate your brightness in a way that nobody can resist. That is lesson number 2. By the way, if you are new here, my name is Ebenezer Agbequist. This is Eqay Inspire YouTube channel, and on this channel, all we do is extract crucial life lessons from important life stories. Hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will get notified. Let's get back to the video. Lesson number 3. Safo Newman has been writing songs for a long time, but it was not until 2019 that he decided to outdoor his first song, put it on record, and put it out there. 5 years after that, he has his big break, at least the first big break. Imagine what would have happened if Safo Newman kept writing his beautiful songs, perfecting his skill, getting good at it, but keeping it all in his folder for the rest of his life. His songs will never make any impact. Nobody would hear them. He will not be appreciated for it. And whatever he was brought here to do in this world will not be done. What can you learn from this? Talent is useless if you do not outdoor it. Imagine Lionel Messi never playing football for anyone to see. Imagine an artist never drawing for another eye to appreciate. Talent is useless if you do not outdoor it. You have to bring it out before it can benefit the people it's meant to benefit. That is lesson number 3. Lesson number 4. It follows right back on lesson number 3, which is that the song Akokoa is an amazing work of art, a masterpiece that hits you hard even when you hear it for the first time. But according to Safo Newman, there was an intentional promotion campaign that was in place to make sure that it gets in front of people. It was sent to bloggers, influencers to promote, and this is what got the initial wave up and it started making waves from there. What can you learn from this? The notion that great products sell themselves is misconstrued for the most part, because no matter how great a product is, if nobody knows about it, nobody hears about it, it cannot gain the momentum to start making impact on its own. It's like setting fire. You can say that great fuel propagates fire on its own. Yes, that is true. But a great fuel cannot start the fire on its own. In most cases, you start the fire, keep it going for a while, you fan it into flames, and then it gathers momentum, it reaches a certain level, then it can travel on its own. So don't just work hard and keep it undercover. Set it on a lampstand, promote it, put it out there, publicize it. Let your light so shine before men so they can see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So the good book says. Lesson number 5. For the very first time in the life of Safo Newman, he began receiving nationwide attention. Millions of people streaming his songs, dozens of interviews with different top media houses. It was like they were literally begging for interviews from this gentleman. And this was happening for the first time in his life. But guess what? It doesn't get into his head. In an interview, he mentioned that they are not jumping on anything. That is he and his small team that produced Akokoa. They are not jumping on any of the favors, the partnerships, the deals, the offers that are coming their way. They are waiting to carefully screen all of them and choose whichever one will go with the plan they have and how they want to travel and carry his music.
Ghana, I'm saying but also a calm kakra because and your funny in an bay, never be brave, meaning said in you will creep offering a retinasi near review. People and see Siasa be winning a jump on it, winning a jump on it. Maybe I will make they say, I will check a crack. It promote you.
That is the first part. The second part is that when Safo Newman was still undercover for the most part, he didn't allow his low moments to get into his heart because he could have easily stopped writing songs, easily given up on his dream, seeing that he has spent so many years in it and nothing was coming out. What can you learn from this? Don't let your wins get into your head and don't let your losses get into your heart. Not everybody who approaches you on a good day comes with a good heart. You have to be careful and wait, take your time and scrutinize things before you move forward. And the fact that nobody is celebrating you yet doesn't mean you are not doing good work. One day, that day will come and you will get the result of every effort you put in behind closed doors. Lesson number 6. Safo Newman is very intentional about celebrating and giving credit to everyone who helps him. He wears a hat in honor of a person who made great impact in his life. And wherever I've seen him speak, he always mentions the people who started sharing his songs even when nobody was listening. And he gives credit and appreciation to the people who helped his trending song Akokoa to gain the waves it gained.
Plus,
Yeah.
Chrissy Plus, Don produced my first early music album. Yes. He's also a very good engineer. And then shout out to Mr. Kwame Latin.
Yeah.
Yes. He's been there since day one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then Kumi Kasa.
Yeah.
Kumi Kasa has been very good to me. I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
I do in tea. Yes, I'm very grateful. He was one of the first accounts that actually promoted it, the Akokoa. He was just sharing it to his page, okay? And he's verified. So
it added more, credibility and value to it. I like that.
And
Wow.
Samuel Pabite.
Okay.
Yes, he was also sharing everything I post.
And I firmly believe that it is because of this that somebody as big as Sarkodie felt free and inspired to jump onto his song, jump onto his dance challenges, and tweet about them to publicize them to his numerous followers. What can you learn from this? Appreciating the people who help you attracts more helpers. There are many people who nip their blessings in the bud because they refuse to give credit to the people who gave them the initial boost. A lot of helpers out there do not get appreciation. And so making yourself a person who gives credit to the people who deserve it helps your helpers to help you more and attracts more helpers to you. That is lesson number 6. Lesson number 7. During an interview, Safo Newman made a comment about love that I want to present to you as lesson number 7. It is better to be with somebody who loves everybody than somebody who loves only you and treats the other people badly.
When you be a need so be also impo as a chance partner. And we are saying say be also don't want because if we do baby no don't have to honor man. I better say it too bad.
I understand that we all want to feel special, and in many cases, we want somebody, especially the person that we want to spend our lives with or we want to call our partner, to treat us in a way that they do not treat any other person. We want to feel special, and it feels special to feel special. But if the person you want to be with only treats you right and treats other people badly, then a day will come when they do not feel the exact way they feel about you right now, and they will unleash the same monster on you. It is better to be with somebody who doesn't have that monster or knows how to tame them very well, so that even on the days that you become a stranger to them, they will still treat you right. I believe that is a very profound lesson we all need to apply when making choices on partners. That is it for today. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, hit the subscribe button below, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will get notified. Until I see you again next time in the next video, which is already being prepared. Remember that life gives us episodes of chaos and peace. But after each episode, you should pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this?